Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. In this video, I'd like to share with you 5 things that learners are worried in the beginning. These 5 gives a lot of problems to learners when they're learning in the beginning. There are many problems learners face in the beginning, but these 5 for sure gives a lot of problems to learners on their learning. So I like to share with you these 5 so that your learning becomes easy, the process of learning becomes easy, and that you don't get any problem in these 5. Let's start the lesson. Let's talk about these 5. Okay, so like I said, there are many problems learners will face in the beginning when they're learning to drive. And these 5 I'm going to share with you in this video, it does give a lot of problem for sure. Number 1, when you're waiting on a traffic light, or maybe you go to the end of the road and you're waiting to find the right gap for you to go, and you're waiting there for a while you are waiting, many learners, they worry too much about the car behind. And because of that, what's happening, they stole the car. If you're learning in a manual car, you have to understand that your feet work needs to be good for you to move the car on a hill, on a traffic light, on a junction. And if you worry too much about the car behind, which they do in the beginning, they forget about the feet control. They forget about them, how to move the car. And as they're trying to rush because they're worried about the car behind, what's happened? They either bring the clutch too quickly up, or they're giving too much gas, or they get confused. And what happens? They stole the car. And if you stole the car, what happens? You're going to make it even more longer. Remember, your worry is to help the car behind. If you worry about them, you're going to stall. What's going to happen? You're going to make it even more longer. So for sure, yes, you're going to think about them, but for you to think about them, my advice to you, think about yourself, how you're going to move the car. If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. What are you going to do? What you need to do with the feet work for you to move quickly, for you to move smoothly. That way, you are doing okay and you are helping the car behind. Because if you think about yourself and your feet work, you're going to move quickly, you're going to move smoothly. That way, not only you are helping you, you're also helping the car behind. So in the beginning, I'm sure you know when I'm saying this that they do worry. I'm sure you are, if you're learning, you do worry about the car behind. You are thinking about the car behind. You are thinking, what are they thinking? They want to go. If I stole the car, I'm going to make them late. All those things are going to come to your mind, but you should think about you, how you're going to move the car. That way, not only you're going to move quickly, smoothly, you're going to help the car behind. Okay, so number 1, don't worry about the car behind too much. Think about you, how you're going to move the car. Number 1. Number 2, prepare the car in a way so that you are ready to go. So when you go to a junction and you are waiting for the right gap, or you go to a roundabout and you are waiting, prepare the car. So for example, if you're learning in a manual car, if you go and you need to stop and there's cars, go and stop, put the handbrake on, go to first gear, give gas, bring the clutch to the biting. So bring the clutch to the biting, give a little gas, okay? That's the preparation, and you're waiting. Make sure it's at the bite. Anything above the bite, what's going to happen? You will stall the car. So let me repeat. So you go and you stop. How do you stop? You put the clutch down and you stop. Handbrake on, neutral. Go to first gear. Bring the clutch to the biting. Give little gas, and you're ready. And you're waiting for the gap. When you find the right gap, what do? Take the handbrake off, fraction more clutch up, car starts to go, hold the clutch. Remember to hold the clutch at that time. Many learners, they forget to hold the clutch. So as the car starts to go, hold the clutch to the biting, car is going. When the car gone, bring the clutch up all the way, give a little bit more gas and go. Okay, so number 2, think of your preparation. Think how you're going to prepare to move on a junction, move on a traffic light, move on a roundabout. Okay, so that's the second. Third one is plan early. So as you are driving, always look ahead, look far ahead, and do the planning early. The more further you look, more planning you're going to make. Okay, so the traffic light coming up, make a plan. Traffic light is red, traffic light is green. What is your plan? Your plan is how you're going to approach the traffic light. I'm coming up to the end of the road. Your plan is it open or closed junction? What do I need to do? Do I need to go and stop, or do I need to go? Can I go? It will depend on is it open junction or closed junction. If it's open junction, look early and plan to go. If it's closed junction, your plan is to go to the line, stop, see if it's safe, then you go. Is it give way line or is it stop line? If it's a stop line, what's the plan? Plan is to go and stop first and then go. The road has lots of parked cars on both sides. Where am I going to position? What could happen? Door could open. So your plan is to look ahead and plan how you're going to go, where you're going to position, how you're going to position, how you're going to steer. I need to go left. What is the plan? Mirrors, signal, position, speed, and look. So plan early. That way you don't have to brake hard suddenly. Because if you don't plan early, if you don't look far ahead and you don't plan, you're going to keep braking all the time, and you're going to keep braking hard. Because sometimes if you look early and you know the traffic light is green or it's red and you know you're going to stop over there, instead of braking hard, you're just going to look at the mirror and cover the brake. Just cover the brake. If you cover the brake, what's going to happen? Because you're not giving any gas anymore, the car is going to reduce the speed anyway automatically. But if you leave it too late, what's going to happen? You, instead of releasing the gas and covering the brake and the car is slowing down, you're just going to brake hard to slow the car. You don't need to do that. The first thing you do to slow the car, what do? Off gas, car's going to start to slow. Cover the brake and then gently brake. You're telling the car behind that you're slowing down, and then brake hard. Instead of off gas and brake hard, because that's not a good plan, is it? Okay, so if you plan early, you don't have to brake hard. You could plan, cover the brake, and then gently brake. That way you are keeping the car behind happy, because you're giving them early notice that you're slowing down, and you're also happy your car, your driving is smooth, your braking is smooth. You're not just heavy braking every time, all the time. Okay, so plan and think of your early braking, think of your early slowing down. That way you're not going to brake hard. Okay, so planning is really important when you're learning in the beginning, and then eventually obviously you're going to do that for the rest of your life. Next is gear change. So if you're learning in a manual car, gear change is one of the most important for you to do in a manual car. So learn the gear change, the timing, the speed. So you can't just change gear anytime. The change gear will depend on your speed. Okay, so number one, you move off on first gear, 10 miles per hour second gear, 20 third gear, 20 to 30 third gear. If it's a long road, go to fourth gear. So let me repeat, and please don't mind as I'm repeating, because that's the way you're going to learn. So you move the car on first gear, then as soon as you go to 10 or you reach 10 miles per hour, you go to second gear. You reach 20, you go to third gear, and from 20 to 30 leave it to third gear unless it's a long stretch of road and you're going to drive for a while on 30, then go to fourth gear. If you think that you're not going to drive on 32 for that long, then leave it to third gear. But if you think you're going to drive on 30 for a while, then go to fourth gear. Okay? As you come down, what do? So you're driving on fourth gear, you're driving 30, and you're driving long stretch of road, and you're driving on third gear. Now fourth, let's talk about the changing gear, the timing of changing gear. Okay? It's really important that you get to know when to change gear, the timing. Remember, change gear depends on the speed. It is important you get to know the speed when to change gear. You can't just change gear whenever you want. You have to wait until the speed reaches that to change gear. Okay, so let's get to know when to change gear. Number one, you move the car on first gear. Once your speed reaches 10, go to second gear. When it reaches 20, go to third gear. And from 20 to 30, leave it to third gear. Unless it's a long stretch of road, then go to fourth gear. Make sense? Let me repeat that again. Please don't mind when I'm repeating, because that's the way you're going to learn. You move the car on first gear. You reach 10, go to second gear. You reach 20, go to third gear. And from 20 to 30, leave it on third gear. Unless it's a long stretch of road and you know that you're going to drive there for a while, go to fourth gear. Because if you think you're driving on 30 and you know that you're going to slow down for some reason, maybe there's a traffic light coming up, or maybe a roundabout coming up, or maybe there is end of the road coming up, and you're not going to drive 30 for too long, leave it to third gear. But if it's a long stretch of road and you're driving 30 and you know you're going to drive there for a while, go to fourth gear. Okay, done. How do you come down? So you're driving 30 dead on, long stretch of road, and you're in fourth gear. And then there is a problem, maybe somebody crossing the road. So you look at the mirror, you slow the car. You slow. Now they've crossed the road. You don't need to stop because they've already crossed. You look at the speed, and the speed is now 20. What do? Go to third gear. If it's less than 20, what do? Go to second gear. Remember, changing gear depending on your speed. So when you slow down for some reason, look at the speed and then decide which gear you're in now, which gear do you need. And always remember, like I said, move off on first, 10 is second gear, 20 is third gear. 20 to 30 third gear, unless it's a long stretch road. If you remember that, and you come down exactly the same. So as the speed goes down, you go according to the speed, you go down gear. Under 10, first gear. On 10, second gear. On 20, third gear. Long stretch road, fourth gear. Remember that? So make sure you remember the timing of the gear so that you know when to change gear and when to, when you slow the car, when to go down gear. Okay? Now number 5 is your sitting position. Unless your sitting position is good, your driving always going to be dodgy. You're always going to be uncomfortable on your learning. Your sitting position is the most important on your learning. So make sure your sitting position in the beginning, you correct it, you adjust it in a way so that you are comfortable. You're comfortable on reaching the pedals. You are comfortable changing gear. You are comfortable braking. You are comfortable giving gas. You don't have to do too much stretching. You should be comfortable. When you put the clutch down, when you brake, when you give gas, you should be natural. You should be comfortable. If you are not, stop somewhere safe on the left by looking at the mirror and adjust. So if you do the adjusting in the beginning and you start driving and you don't feel comfortable, stop somewhere safe on the left by looking at the mirror, make sure it's safe. Adjust the seat again, make sure you are comfortable, then start driving. For you to learn easily and for you to be comfortable on your learning, your sitting position is the most important, okay? So just because you've adjusted in the beginning and once you start driving you don't feel comfortable, it doesn't mean you just have to stick to it. No, just stop somewhere safe on the left, like I said, by looking at the mirror and make sure you put the signal on to stop somewhere safe on the left and then adjust your seat. Your seat is the most important on your learning. You have to be comfortable. Everything's going to come from you and your body parts. Unless your sitting position is comfortable, you're not going to be comfortable on your learning. Okay? So make sure your sitting position is comfortable on your driving. If not, adjust and drive again. Okay? If you need extra help on Learn to Drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. The course will give you everything you need for you to learn and for you to pass the driving test. It has everything you need. I will leave a link in the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Thank you for watching. I hope the video helps. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos. Hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.